Hey y'all, it's Amy from Z Amy Draw, and I'm gonna go ahead and say this is a take two because I recorded an unboxing from Estelle. Tiki and Annie sent me some goodies. Oh, look at this. Look at this stack. And oh great, Scout's here. She must have heard me starting a video. But I went back through and I was like, the frame is terrible. Just didn't look great. So I'm gonna just go ahead quickly and show y'all what everything that I was sent. I also wanted to, she included these like stickers and stuff. Like, how pretty are these? Some deco stickers and then some care instructions and stuff like that. But I also wanted to show you because I did open up this order from Kevin A Creates. I found his website through Threads, which is like save Twitter, what I call it, because it's, I do not with X, Twitter, whatever the hell it's called these days. But I found Kevin's shop, and I think it was this vinyl that I found and saw. So I'm going to use these for my planner covers once I finally decide what planners to cover. Did you find a toy that you haven't seen in like 3 weeks? Okay, that's perfect timing. He also included this freebie, which is really cute. These are all vinyl stickers. And then a lot of what he carries in his shop are like functional stickers. So I did order these. These are weekly mood trackers, and they're so cute. I love like the little emoji faces. The sleepy face is me today, today is Wednesday because we had a work event. I'm so tired, y'all. And then I saw that he had these like really pretty floral deco stickers. So I ordered 2 sheets of those. So cute. I will leave a link in the description if you want to go check out Kevin's shop. But in the meantime, hello. Okay. I cut my nails earlier and it's like, I have nothing now. But I broke a nail while I was on vacation. Not vacation. We were on a college campus tour. That's not a vacation. Anyways, so in addition to that, Tiki and Annie sent me some goodies that I am now here to share with y'all what I received. Obviously, if you couldn't tell already, it is an assortment of planners. And I will preface by saying, so these 2 are the same layouts. These are both the 365 planners, and then these 2 are one of each of the weekly version planners that was released during the last pre-order, I believe. And then she was also so sweet to send me a cover. So I'm going to open that first. Excuse me. This is a B6 cover. It is very soft. Usually when I see these like tweed covers, I really feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like, man, my hands are going to get so dry just touching that. Or like, you know, those fluffy, puffy type covers, purses, bags, what have you. I just feel like my hands are going to be so dry. But this is so soft and so smooth. I love it. It's so pretty. And here's the inside. So these covers include an elastic string for you to be able to string up your own cover, which is great because I don't typically use the strings for when I'm using a book-bound planner or like a thicker book-bound. But if you have like TN type inserts, you can string this up and have multiple inserts in here. And then it also comes with this like really pretty magnetic clip, which is very convenient. And so yeah, this is the cover. Lots of pockets over here, secretarial pocket, a little secretarial pocket, and then a bigger secretarial pocket back here. And then of course her patented system of the closure, which is great because it's meant for you to be able to extend it, making it wider. And then you got a couple pen loops there. So that's the cover. We're gonna put her aside because she's had her time to shine, and it's on to the notebooks. Okay, I've got here with me, we're going to start with this one. This is the Passport. This is the 365. These are all dated planners, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you this one, and this is essentially the same version. It's just an A5 size. But y'all, when I tell you, I squealed, maybe not squealed, maybe gasped loudly at how small and cute this little tiny planner is. I need to find a grandma couch cover for it. Y'all know what I'm talking about? I can show you. Hold on. This is what I'm talking about. The plastic wrap, saran wrap for your covers. Because it protects your stickers that you put on there. And, I mean, what's more important than protecting your stickers? I need to find one for this size. So if anybody knows where in the world I can find a cover for this most adorable passport notebook, please, please, please let me know. Okay, so this is the 365. She's thick already to begin with. Just like all of Tiki's planners, she includes an insert to kind of show you an idea of how to use the planner, but also just to kind of give an overview of what you're going to find inside. So this one has 365 grid pages. Love that. And then you also get a 12 monthly columns. Yearly. This is really cool. It's like a habit tracker for the whole year. Y'all seen those like 365 trackers, habit trackers? That's what this is. And then you get your monthlies. The monthlies in here are dated. So just to show you what they look like, here is, you get a 4-year overview, which these are great. I use these all the time when we're like planning my husband's vacations, because he's got to schedule those out at the beginning of the year. So it's just much easier for me to see it in this way. Otherwise, it's just a sticker graveyard. It's where I just put stickers that aren't ever going to get used. And I love that because it's like a little collage from the year. And then you get your 12 monthly columns. So there's a column for each month, and they're all already dated, which is nice. And then here are those like habit tracker pages as like a blank page. You can use the header space up here to write down what that habit is. If you want to color code it or have like a system for it, you can put that down here. And then you have a little grid, a square for each day of the entire year. And then you go straight into your monthlies, which are all dated. And then after you get through your monthlies, you start in on those 365 grid pages. This is, because I know someone's going to ask. This is, okay, it doesn't say. I was going to say what, sorry, a 5mm grid. I was like, I know it looks big. I think it's 5mm. This is 5mm. So it is a little bit bigger than like, I think a Stalogy uses. Stalogy. I don't know how to say that correctly. I think theirs is closer to 4, so it's a little bit smaller. But anyways, these are also all marked pages, so numbered pages. So that's nice to be able to just flip through. Now that I'm seeing this though, I think I'm gonna get probably order stickers from Randy.plans, because she has those like, I love her handwriting. I mean, who doesn't? She's got those like whole, she's got stickers for like every single day of the year. So I'm going to look on her website and probably order some from there rather than making my own, because that would take forever. And then at the end of the 365, you do have a couple of grid pages left over in the back. So that's what the passport size looks like. And like I said, the A5 is the same exact layout. This is also the 365, which this passport size is like perfect throw in your bag type of planner. And I'll typically, if I do have a purse, I don't always, I will take a very small, it's pretty small. I only take the essentials. I am essentials type girl. When I leave this house, I do not take 300 hand lotions with me, 18 lip glosses, and I don't know what people put in their big bags, but I'm not a big bag person, so that would be perfect. If you are a big bag person, this one might be for you. She's big. A5's just sick, which is like, I don't know why when I look at this, I feel like it's so much bigger than the Hobonichi Cousin, but the Hobonichi Cousin is an A5, and it's the same exact size. But for some reason, when I just see it like in this box, I don't know what it is. It just feels like, what's the bigger one? A B5? I don't know. anyways, it's the same exact layout you get in the one that I just showed you. It's just an A5 size. And you also still get that little insert to give you the ideas for how to use the pages, or how some of these pages were designed to be used, which is great information to have. Because, you know, like sometimes, like, and I will say this, Tiki does a fantastic job of marketing her planners on social media, on Instagrams, YouTube. She does YouTube overviews, and I know, like, on even on the website, there's just so much information about how to use, or why her planners were designed the way that they were, because their planners are just so thoughtfully designed, and I appreciate that. This is also a 5mm grid, and anyone that's curious, it is 52 GSM paper, so it's just like Tomoe River paper. Probably, actually, it is TRP. I'll have to save for later, because I know that there was like a whole thing with the Hobonichi TRP paper. I'll do another video once I decide what planners I do want to use to do a pen test page, because there was some, you've seen it all going around. I've got a video myself on my own page of the bleed through debacle. But anyways, we're going to move on. These are the B6 Essential, or weekly. These are both weekly planners. This one's a catch-all. So this one means that for each week, you're going to get 3 grid pages behind your week. And then this is the Essential Weekly. You get 1 grid page behind your page for the week, or your weekly overview page. But also, this one has 100 daily grid pages in the back of the planner, which is great. So I have not decided. I know I want to use one of these for work, because I think it would just be so convenient. I was going to use a Hobonichi Weeks, which I don't know. I may still, just because I need something hardcover. I don't have a desk or anything that I sit at work. No one has a desk where I work, or the multiple jobs that I have. But I do one is like contract work, and the other one I work part-time. But anyways, I'm going to show you first the Essential Weekly, so you can see what it looks like inside the planner. And then here we go. Okay. You get that insert page, shows you how the planner was designed, some ideas on how to use it. You get yearly overviews, and then the monthly. All dated planners. But this grid is 3.81 millimeters, so it's just under 4, obviously. And they do that because of the way, and let me show you very quickly, the way that the grid is actually printed on the paper. This is not grid paper that has been cut up and then put inside of a notebook. There's a lot of those type of notebooks. My biggest issue with those notebooks is that because it is pre-printed grid paper that is chopped up, you're going to get pages that don't have the consistency of the grid on each page is not going to be there. So the way that they have designed the planner, it is essentially you have this, like, if you can see, this slight border that goes around the grid. So that way you're getting, you know, the perfect size grid page, or the perfect size grids on your planner. Other ways of doing it? Probably. I'm not an expert in this. I'm just telling you what I know and what I've experienced when doing those different types of planners. So that's why you're not going to get a precise 4mm grid in this notebook. It's just because they want it to fit perfectly on the page itself. You have your 4-year overview page, and then this is your monthly, like, your year on 4 pages. Again, all dated. You get 2 blank pages, and then you jump right into January. After your January, your monthly, you get 2 more blank grid pages, which would be good for, I like to use these for either looking back at the previous month and then looking forward to the month you're about to embark on. And then, or if you have like monthly goals, this is a great page to use for that. And then you go right into those weeklies. So this layout is very similar to a Hobonichi Weeks You get a row for each day. This is a Monday start. My brain loves a Monday start. I like Saturday and Sunday to be right next to each other. They are best friends. They spend all weekend together. And then the rest of my week I have to have separate. And then you get this column, which I'm pretty sure this is a 1.5 grid, 1.5 inch column here. So it's perfect for the vertical size stickers. And then after that, you get one grid page followed by the next week. And then after you get to the end of that month, let's see what that looks like. So here is January 27th all the way through February 2nd. You get your blank grid page, and then you go straight into the February monthly. And then it all starts over again. So yeah, this is great if you have something that you don't have too much that you need to track for that week. And then if you do, you have 100 blank grid pages in the back. So if you did need something else, you can always put it back here, number these pages, and then you can leave a reference for it in this weekly section of it. But yeah, I kind of really love this. But I'm thinking that the catch-all weekly is going to be the way that I go for work. So I'm just going to put this back in here and show you what the catch-all weekly looks like. Like I said, it is the same thing as this. You're just going to get 3 pages of grid instead of 2. There we go. Abby and I always joke, like, whenever one of us opens something, like if I were opening this, we do like a little fake ASMR situation. We all start talking really softly. And it's really funny. It's funny in real life, not when I describe it. So here is the catch-all weekly. That's what it was giving when I was opening the box and taking the planner out. Anyways, here's your insert to give you an overview for the week and kind of just an overview of what to expect inside this notebook. So again, in here, you're going to get the same 4 years, 4-year overview page. And then that's going to be followed by your monthly, your year on 4 pages. And then again, you go straight into January, 2 grid pages here. And then you go right into your weeks. And then after this 1 week, you get 2 more grid pages in between. And so because of that, you still actually do get a decent amount of grid paper. Not a decent amount, like I'm saying that as if it's a ton. But it is still a pretty good number of blank grid pages. So this is what you get in the back there. So if you're not someone who really uses these pages for anything but like a pen test page, this would be great. So yeah, I don't know. I think one of these I may end up using for a work planner, but since I got this package that was sent to me, my plans for 2025 have been completely thrown out the window. And if you watch this video and now your plans are completely thrown out the window, I apologize for nothing. No, just kidding. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this kind of gave you a better understanding or a clear, you know, just look at these planners and stuff. If you have any specific questions about these planners, I have in another video, I did unboxing of 2 sterling ink notebooks that I ordered those specifically to be able to size and showcase my stickers in those planners. But if you have any questions, I have a decent collection of new planners for this year. What I'm going to use, I don't know, but I will do a video to kind of give y'all an overview. I know I have done like what I thought it was going to be because I also have a Hobonichi unboxing video. Ma'am, I need you to take that somewhere else. But I'm not entirely sure yet. I do think, though, my heart is totally set on using this passport as a toss in my bag planner. It's just so small. It's so cute. I love it. It's adorable. So that's probably the only thing I can say for certain. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please If anything that you saw today was any of interest to you, I will leave the links in the description below and support these really awesome small businesses. And I will see y'all next time. Okay, thanks. Bye.